So let's do question number 2, and this is about Celeste. So Celeste hopes to play beach volleyball in the Olympics someday. She has convinced her parents to allow her to set up a beach volleyball court in their backyard. Cool. A standard beach volleyball court is approximately 26 feet by 52 feet. She figures that she will need the sand to be 1 foot deep. So she goes to the hardware store to shop for sand and sees the following signs on pallets containing bags of sand. Okay, so I want to make sure I know how many feet. So we're going to have 26 feet by 52 feet, and then it's going to be 1 foot deep. And then she's going to buy sand. And we've got 2 different brands here. We've got brand A and brand B, and they're selling at different rates. Now, a rate is 2 different measures. So we can measure pounds and we can measure dollars. This is a little bit different than a ratio because we could have a ratio of, let's say, boys to girls, but we're not really talking about measurement there. We're talking about gender, boys gender, girls gender. We're not comparing 2 different measurements. So it says, what is the rate that brand A is selling for? So the rate, so brand A, the rate is 60 pounds. We want to make sure we talk about our units. What units? For every or per $5. This is our rate. And then it says give the rate, which we just did, and then specify the unit rate. So unit rate, and if we look at the word unit, uni means 1. So we want to know what $1 will get us. How many pounds can we get for $1? So what we're going to do is we got to get an equivalent fraction here. We've got to get a denominator of $1 because unit rates are per one thing. So we want to know what $1 of sand. So if we have $5 and we divide that by 5, we get 1, correct? Yeah. So if we do it to the denominator, we have to do it to the numerator to make sure we have this equivalent fraction and we can get it down to 1 unit. So 60 divided by 5 is 12, and we're talking about pounds. So our unit rate, hour, or brand A, in fact. I want to be really specific. Brand A's unit rate is 12 pounds. I'm going to abbreviate pounds per, and that could mean for every $1. Okay, now we got to do brand B. So brand B, let's see, the rate that it's selling for is, let's see, 150 pounds for every $12. And we want to find that unit rate again. So we want to get it down to that unit rate of 1. So we're going to make that equivalent fraction again. And we want to get it down to 1 here, $1. So if we're going to get 12 to 1, we're going to have to divide 12 by 12. So we're going to divide by 12. So if we do it to the denominator, we have to do it to the numerator because we want to keep it equal and equivalent. So we're going to divide 150 by 12, and that's going to give us 12.5 or 12.5 pounds. So brand B's unit rate, remember unit is 1, unit rate is 12.5 pounds per $1. I squeeze that in there. Okay. So we're actually not done yet because we've got some more problems with Celeste and her beach volleyball court that she wants to build. So it's asking us which brand is the better value. So we can actually just show or talk about, we already showed our equation on the previous one. So we can say that brand B or brand A is selling at a rate of 12 pounds per dollar. And that's a complete sentence, so we're going to put a comma there. And brand B is selling at a rate of 12.5 or 12.5 pounds per dollar. So, brand B is the better value or the better buy. Remember when we did that out in the Great Hall? We tried to figure out the better buy. It's the better value because Celeste will get another half pound of sand for every dollar she spends. And that could add up. Okay. So Celeste uses her cell phone to search how many pounds of sand is required to fill 1 cubic foot. Oh, when we're dealing with cubic feet, we know we're going up 1, across 2. We're doing 3 times, so it's cubed. It was going to give us an exponent of 3. And she finds the answer. She's going to need 100 pounds if she's going to fill 1 cubic foot. All right, choose one of the brands and compute how much it will cost Celeste to purchase enough sand to fill the court. Identify which brand was chosen as part of your answer. So I could actually do this for both of them. We could do brand A over here. And I'm going to draw myself a picture because that'll help me. So she's going to build this court, and it's going to be, I think it was, yeah, it was 52 feet by 26 feet. But then there was also some depth to it. She's going to go down 1 foot. So this is going to be 1 foot deep. Okay. And actually, brand B would be the same thing, where she's building the same court. We're just going to try to figure out which one of these is going to be the better cost and how much it's going to cost. So this would be 1 foot deep again, 26 feet, and 52 feet. So I know if I got to figure out how much that is, and it's 3 dimensionals, it's cubic, I'm going to have to measure all of these. I'm going to multiply them by themselves. So I'm going to say 52 feet times 26 feet times 1 foot. And that's going to equal, so if I do the math on that, and I did on my calculator ahead of time, just to save me some time, I'm going to get 1,352 cubic feet. So I've got 1 foot, 2 foot, cubic feet. There's 3. And then we need to multiply that amount times 100 pounds for every 1 foot, or 1 cubic foot up there. So we can do some cross canceling here. So we've got a 1 foot there, and we've got our 1 cubic foot. So we can get rid of this cubic foot and get rid of that cubic foot because we're just dividing by a cubic foot. And what's left is 1,352 times 100 pounds. And that's going to get us 135,200 pounds times that unit rate we had of $1 for every 12 pounds. So I can do some more cross multiplying here. I can just, or cross canceling here. I can divide by pounds and pounds and just get rid of that. Now we're just going to be talking about dollars. So we're going to have 135,200 divided by 12, which is going to equal, and 12 what? And these are dollars up here. So we've multiplied this times $1. So we've got dollars here. And we're going to divide this by 12. And we're going to end up with this costing us, or not us, Celeste's parents. They're going to be like, what? It's $11,266.67 just to put sand? Yep, it is. And we know brand B is going to be cheaper because we had 12.5. So we could actually go right over here and say all of this was going to be the same. This measurement here, this is going to be the same over here, except for we're going to get our 135,200, and we're going to be dividing that, instead of by 12, we're going to be dividing it by 12.5, because remember that was her unit rate. So these are a lot of steps, and you could have actually said, okay, so I've got this amount of money, divide it by the unit rate. And that's going to equal, okay, this is going to save them some money. It's still a lot though. 10,816. So choose one of the brands and compute how much it will cost. I did that. So I'm just going to say right here that brand B is definitely the better buy.